Hello and welcome to another episode of Customer Success Rants and Musings with myself, Rick Adams. This is episode 12, titled What Should CS Leaders Recruit For? Now, there are lots of different sort of aspects of a person that we could look for when we're looking for somebody to recruit into a customer success management role. Here are my suggestions. Feel free to suggest your own in the comments below. This is by no means, an exhaustive list of things that we should look for. But for me, and this is sort of in order of priority, the first things I would look for is somebody who is honest and reliable. I need to be able to trust them. I need to be able to trust them with my customers and feel comfortable that they are going to be honorable with those customers and they're going to always be honest with them. And reliability is absolutely key, because that it's a brand and reputation that is at stake. Energy and enthusiasm. We need them to drive customer success. It's not going to happen just by plodding along. It's only going to happen if somebody makes it happen. So I want somebody who's got that drive, that ambition, the desire to make it happen. So I'm looking for that. Empathy and relationship building. You've got to be a people person if you're going to work in customer success. It's not about you, it's about them. You're the guide, they're the hero. Okay, you are going to show them the way and guide them and help them on their journey. That means you've got to understand them, you've got to understand their needs, their desires, their requirements, and you've got to be prepared to work with them to their requirements and in the way that they're comfortable with, and communicate in their language, and so on and so forth. So are you good at empathy? Are you good at relationship building? Self-confidence. Sometimes you may need to talk to some senior people and also maybe even disagree with them, but do it in a way that is polite and that you're comfortable with. You've certainly got to keep up with them in terms of what they're saying and make yourself useful to them. Self-discipline, the ability to turn up without me as your manager, making sure you're there or making sure you're doing what you need to do, particularly obviously in this COVID-19, or is it post-COVID-19 yet? I don't think it really is it? But that, in this new world that we're in, I mean, it's even more the case that, we're expecting people in this virtual reality that we now live in, to be more and more of a self-starter rather than to be, being clocking in and out, that sort of thing. Creative problem solving. So as a customer success leader, I would expect that you, the CSM, would expect me to provide you with the framework, with the tools, with the process, and to train you in those things. And that's fine. But it's the Pareto principle working here. 80% of the time you can do that, but 20% of the time you have to make it up, because it's a unique situation. So you apply all the rules and the process and the best practice and the tools and the templates and the resources, but you do it in a unique way made to fit this unique challenge that this new customer has brought us. So I need to see how good are you at creative problem solving skills. Technical expertise. Now, when I am recruiting for a CSM, I'm not necessarily expecting you to already know my product. That would perhaps be unreasonable. Why should you? Now, sometimes, or if I'm a big brand name company and I'm, if I'm selling, I don't know, Zoom, yeah, well, maybe, there's a bigger expectation that you'll understand it. But if I'm just, XYZ Company Limited, why would you have been familiar already with my tools? You probably wouldn't. I would expect you in interview, incidentally, to have spent some time looking online and familiarizing yourselves with the any video demos or whatever is available. So I would like to see some initiative in that sense. But what I'm looking for is the ability to learn sufficient technical information to be useful. So have you learned something else at the same level that I need you to learn it at, that's technical, so that I feel confident? Well, then I can teach you that same technical level of what I've got, and then you'll be proficient. So I would expect to teach you the details, but I want to see the ability, if you like. Customer domain expertise is so important. Do you understand my customers well? Do you understand their problems, their challenges, their opportunities, their desires, their goals, their outcomes, their politics, their culture? Okay, have you worked with these people before? Can you talk their language? Can you make them comfortable talking to you? So do you understand my customers? My customers are marketing experts, or my customers are quality control in manufacturing, or my customers are people who understand transportation and make transportation decisions. Okay, so do you understand their world? Have you lived in it? Can you empathize? Can you get what they're explaining to you without them having to go back to basic principles every time to explain all the details to you? That's really important. Customer facing experience. Are you comfortable and familiar with being in front of customers, representing an organization and helping them to achieve what they need to achieve? Okay, so that I think could come from all sorts of different professional roles, not just from customer success, of course. And then the final one on the list is, what we might perhaps originally, or I anyway, was originally calling culture fit. And I don't use that expression anymore because somebody pulled me up on it and explained what was wrong with it, which I agree with. It's not that you've got to fit in terms of be the same as us. All right. Actually, I want diversity in my group, but what you've got to do is enhance the culture. So are you somebody who's going to come in and help us to grow as a team? Give us a unique perspective on things that we don't have already because of your background and your experiences that you've had, because of the work that you've done, or the places you've been and lived in. Okay, do you give us something that is really useful and powerful? And at the same time, are you comfortable with us? And will you be feeling that this is a culture that you can work in and you can thrive in as well? So that's also very important. There we go. So there's my thinkings on what to recruit for. Notice here that a lot of this is not necessarily customer success management experience. Some of it is, but a lot of it is not. So do bear that in mind. And on that note, that's it. Me, Rick Adams, with this episode of Rants and Musings. Please do subscribe if you're interested. Please do go and get chapter 1 of my book. And I look forward to speaking to you in future episodes. Thank you.